Hey crafty friends, it's Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and welcome to our What's New Today at the Doodlebug. Sorry, I've got the phone in my pocket and I just clicked it on. So anyway, today I've got a super fun live for you. We have got just a few tables full, but I've actually got 4 orders on these couple tables. So that usually means that as soon as we were at our reorder point, I was like, send. So I have got a few great tables for you. I've got some new items on these tables as well that you guys have not seen yet. So that's going to be super exciting as well. There's Miss Irene. Irene is getting a Happy Fun box from the Doodlebug coming her way. We got that out today. There's Miss Robin. Hello, Miss Robin. I've got a goodie on my table you've been waiting for. So I can't wait to show you that, and then you'll know that it is in your hot little bucket waiting to get into your hot little hands. So I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to get started checking out what we do have in for you guys today. All right, so today, like I said, we have got actually 3-4 orders back here. So first one is a fun bucket full of acrylic paints because we are starting to get that little bit of summer craft rush. I don't know if you have or if you remember summer vacation when kids are home and they're home for 3-4 days and they're already so bored. Nothing to ever do. We don't do anything fun. There's nothing to do here. So I have had lots of people coming in, just getting some fun stuff for their summertime crafts. And one craft run the other day wiped us out of a lot of our acrylic paints. So I've got a good sized little basket of acrylic paint, some fun colors going out. So we just added all these into the online store and they will be in our acrylic paint section too. But tons and tons. So acrylic paints here. Now acrylic paint compared to like a heavy body acrylic paint, these are going to be just a little bit thinner. They've got a little more water to them than say a heavy body does. So other than that, there really is no different in coverage or anything like that. Most acrylic paints, they're going to have a little bit of a see-through quality. So they're not going to be 100% opaque. So that just means that if you want heavier coverage, you need to add a few layers down. Ooh, that's a really pretty one. Cadmium yellow, that's really pretty. But you can see we got tons of colors that we added. Now, what other things can you do with acrylic paint other than just paint? So for those of us that like to use our stencils, and we have picked up different kinds of texture pastes, that's called zinc. We have picked up maybe some of the fun like white, light, and fluffy. You can actually add things to those and create new colors. So if you have any kind of like white texture paste that you use just as white, scoop a little bit out, add some acrylic paint that you've got at home. You can also add some of your spritzes to it. You can add some re-inkers to it. You, of course, don't want to water it down too much because it'll just take longer to dry and won't spread as well. So if I do a spritz, one of my spritzers with it, I don't spritz a lot. So with that, you get a real light look. But now whenever you do a re-inker is pretty concentrated. So that you're going to get a little bit better. I'm doing this because I'm mixing it in my mind. I'm on my mat and I'm mixing it. So you do get a little bit better coverage with that. But paints do a really good job. Another thing that does a really good job too, I'm just going to switch over to my table here. Another thing that does a really good job too that you can add into anything like that, you can also go and add in your glitter glues and any of your like liquid pearls. I have done that a lot. So Nuvo makes some great liquid pearls, and maybe you haven't used yours in a while. Pull them out, add them in with some of your different molding paste that you have, modeling paste, texture paste, whatever you've picked up along the years. You can even add it with a little bit of your gesso too, and just kind of create some fun stuff with that. But you can add your stickles to it. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and we'll look at our stickles that we just restocked. We restocked Christmas Red. We restocked Pacific Coast. So these are glitter glues. They dry with great color to them. Beach Cruiser. Isn't Beach Cruiser a great color? Love that. Oh, hello, Miss Carrie. I don't know, Carrie. I might tempt you with something. I don't know. Today's live is not nearly as big. We've got more orders back here, but yesterday we had one humongous order. It took poor Linda forever to check it in. Aubergine, look how pretty that purple color is. Got another red here called Wine Cellar. Let's look at Wine Cellar compared to Christmas Red. They are very, very close, but definitely there is a slight difference in these. I would say this one's a little orangier, and this one leads more on the blue side. So maybe a little warmer, a little cooler with the Wine Cellar. What else is in here? Graphite is in here. So what do you do with stickles? So stickles you can add in the center of things. You can create little dots. I will sometimes take something like a word die cut, and you can go over that with the glitter glue. You can paint it on as well. Squirt some out on your craft mat. Paint it onto things. So like give the tips of your flowers a little bit of glitter to them as well. So all kinds of fun things that you can do with your glitter glues. Can you use them on a stencil? You definitely can use them on a stencil as well too. But with anything that has a glue mixed in, make sure that you are popping it in water right away so it does not dry on your tools. So just some different things that you can do with those there. Then for the Nuvo drops, this one is more like an enamel. So like your enamel dots, your little epoxy dots that we buy in packs, you can kind of do the same thing with these. This one is called Simply White. Oh, thanks, Irene. Well, I just, sometimes you get excited about a product and you go a little wild, and then you buy like 4, 5, 6, or, 26 colors of stickles. And, the only thing you ever do with them is maybe little dots. And it's just like, well, what else can you do with it other than little dots? So lots of different things that you can do with your stuff. And for me, a lot of times too, it's whatever's on my table, that's what I'm using. So if I get my stickles out and I play with them, then I'm stickling everything because I've got them out and they're fun and I remember why I like them. Now this one here, this one is a super popular. This one is called Morning Dew. It dries completely clear. So you can add it like little drops, and I see this a lot on cards to look like raindrops. You can add it on to the petals of your flowers to look like true little dew drops on there. So a lot of fun ways to use this one here. And of course, you can just go over things like you would with your glossy accents, something like that, to make it raised and clear. So all kinds of fun little glitter things there. Oh, Carrie is giving us more ideas. She says, stickles are fabulous for journaling cards and tags. If you junk journal, Nuvo dries a bit faster. Just an FYI, but she loves them both. So thank you so much, Carrie. Yeah, they are. They're a lot of fun to play with. And I know I've done some classes before in the past where that's when we were mixing them. And, with pastes and things like that. And that just blew people's mind. I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, sometimes, you may not use a whole container of this just as green, but whenever you start mixing it, and you can mix colors too, just like anything else. Mix your colors, all kinds of fun stuff you can do with these. All right. Can you get a clear Nuvo? Of course you can. I'd love to do that for you. Kim wants a clear one too. You've got it, friends. All right. So I'll let you look at these. That way I don't make you seasick as we switch over here. All right. Well, we started with the paints. That's what got me going. And then we also got in some restocks on our silver and gold metallic paints. This one here is called Silver Morning. I did put a little dot on the top of here so you can see it is an actual really good silver. And then I also put it on a piece of craft. Actually, I think this is packing that was back here. I wiped my finger on the packing so you can see it really does well on dark colors too. And then this other one is the gold. It's called Spun Gold. I put a little bit on the top here. It's not quite dry yet, but you can see it is truly a metallic. Sometimes you get acrylic paints that are supposed to be metallic and they're not. They just don't have good shimmer and shine. This one definitely does, and here it is on white paper. So we've got those going into our paint section. Then just restocking one of our sketchbooks. This is a Strathmore. It says medium surface for dry media. acid free. It's 70 pounds. You get 50 of them in here, and they're 9 by 12. Simple Stories. We've got some Simple Stories restocks here as well. This one here is from one of their newest lines they just came out with. It's the Page Kit for Simple Vintage Woodlands. I love their Page Kits. They're fun. They are well designed. And they're super easy. So I'm going to flip it over so you can see. With these, they're very easy peasy. There's really no cutting at all involved. So these are great to take to crops, retreats, things like that. And especially in the wee hours when you are tired and you've lost your mojo, you're a little brain dead, but by golly, you are not going to bed yet because you have more you want to get done. These are great during that time because everything's pretty much done for you. You are just going to punch out the pieces, layer them, glue them, and go. And of course, it says on here too, add your own twine, enamel dots, decorative brads, or foam adhesive for additional dimension. And I always tend to do that with these. It does give you a little bit more lump and chunk. It, makes it a little bit cuter. And, also you have all that stuff in your stash. When I'm creating any kind of layout or card, I play dumb games with myself. I don't know if you guys do that or not. I play a dumb little game with myself. When I think I am done with something, I make myself add 3 things to it. Why? Because, back here along that wall, I bet I own half of those little embellishments. I've got a ton of enamel dots. I've got tons of twine. I've got all kinds of brads. I've got all that stuff in my stash. And sometimes I don't use it. I love it. I hoard it. I love to covet it. And I know it's not a good word to use, but I covet it. And so I force myself to add 3 things on. Sometimes it's twine around a picture. Sometimes it's a little cluster of dots, but I force myself, or I play a game with myself, to add 3 things. And that also makes me happy because I use things out of my stash. All right, so Page Kit, and then also heading for that section are the sentiment bits. I really like that they have been doing sentiment bits. Oh, Robin says Page Kits are great when your space is limited too, for sure. So if you are doing a crop or a retreat, I know some retreats that you do, and I know sometimes in our store crops, they get a little full, which is exciting, but you don't get a full bougie table. My retreats, you always get a full bougie table. But I know a lot of retreats, you share an 8-foot table. So you've got 4 feet of space, and that's it. And so it is a little bit harder to spread your stuff out because I know as crafters, we love to spread. I do that. I call it holding precious. And isn't it silly? Oh, that is awesome. I love, I play little games with myself, but I love my stuff too. So I have a hard time, but when I put it down, I'm not gonna be able to use it again. But, it's such as life, you gotta use it to enjoy it. So, yes. All right, next up, we've got a little bitty Doodlebug restock here for you guys, and some of this is brand new Doodlebug. So first up, brand new that we have not had in. Now, we've got the Page Kits in for Be Happy, but we hadn't had in the individual nice big 12 by 12 stickers. These are called the This and That stickers for Be Happy. We also got in the This and That stickers for Berry Sweet. If you got a collection kit, you already got these. Unless you want 2, you've already got one of these in your collection kit. Next thing we got in for the Be Happy is the little keychain. Look at this. Is this not adorable? You've got 2 little teal flowers, a nice little white daisy there, little bees, and of course they always put their little Doodlebug on there. I love these. When is my next retreat? Next one will be in October. And actually, I didn't get it done, but I started to look up the registration form to start to edit it to get it ready for the October retreat. So I will probably get signups going for that. I usually try and get them out by June, July, and I know it is June. So sometime this month or next month, but the retreat itself won't happen until October. And then I got to get my 2026. Oh, I know as a business owner, I need to do that. But girls, I do not want to think about 2026. I'm barely surviving 2025. I don't even know how we're in June. How is almost half the year over? I'm just in, I don't know. I don't think shock is the word, but I'm not accepting it. You know, I don't know how it's happening, but yeah, I need to get my 2026 dates planned as well. When I plan those, I will get all of those posted, and on our website as well. So we've got You May Come in October. That's exciting, Carmen. We would love to have you. So this one here is the Be Happy keychain. We haven't had this in yet. We also got in the keychain for Berry Sweet. We have not had these in yet either. Here we go. Right? How is it 2025? I kind of get that. I kind of feel that too. I don't know. I know my grandma always said as you get older, the days can be long, or no, when your kids are little, she would always say the days are long, but the years are short. And that is so true. But I just feel like the older I get, time does not slow down. So this little guy is spoken for. We do have more on order already. We had a bunch that after I had placed my initial order, we had a bunch that got taken up on pre-order. So our first little order that came in was all spoken for, but this is an adorable little keychain, Berry Sweet. So there's that one in. This one we have had in before. This is the die set. These are standalone dies for the Berry Sweet. It's called Berry Sweet Treats. And I will tell you too, how do you sign up for the retreat? Oh, so Lori, when we release that, there's a couple different ways. I do an early bird, and that is by check or cash only to get the early bird, because credit or Venmo, that counts too. Credit card fees on the retreat, it costs me, I kid you not, like $8 just to process a retreat. And my retreats are, early bird is usually $165 or $170, and then regular is like around $185. Okay. That $185, it costs me like $8, $9 just to run your credit card. So we do an early bird that saves you basically my credit card fees. And then that is by check, cash, or Venmo. But if you sign up online, you pay with a regular credit card that has those fees on it. So any of those ways. So you can mail in a check, you can Venmo me, you can come into the store, pay cash, or you can sign up in store, online, whatever, with a credit card. So all different ways to sign up. Great, great, great. Venmo, yes, you have Venmo, yes, and it's very helpful. It is. Berry Sweet dies, you've got it, Miss Ann. We will get this in your bucket. Now, what I wanted to say about this is if you're a member of the Doodlebug Dish, definitely go over there and search for Rhonda Rye. Rhonda Rye posted a couple cards where she has used this die already, and those cards are absolutely adorable. So be sure to check out her creations for that one there. Another one that we just got in, we have not had this one in before. It is the Berry Sweet Icons, and they are so very sweet. So those were all new. These I think I showed you. Did I show you these yesterday? I feel like I did, or the other day. These were the stamp and die sets for Berry Sweet. So we got more of those in. These are actually going to the shelf. I think everything I showed you before was pretty much pre-orders. These we have going to the shelf. So this is the Berry Sweet stamp set and die set. And then just some restocks. So we've restocked a little chipboard house for Doodlebug. Now, since the initial couple houses, they have not done little kits with these, sadly. But once you've done, kind of decorated one, made it all super cute, you can do any line with these. They do have a little die that matches this, and the die does like this little decoration on the door, kind of that little panel look. It also does the window boxes, it does these little topiaries, and it also has some scallops that you can put a little scalloped layered roof on. So there is a die set that goes with this. I thought I had ordered that as well too. It may be coming in the next order or back ordered. But the little house, chipboard house, back in stock. Berry Sweet Icons for you, Miss Irene. You've got it, my friend. Other restocks here for that Happy Healing line. The sprinkles, Get Well Soon. My little pharmacy friends love these. I've got one who has, she got these and she's put them on her name badge. And it is so stinking adorable whenever I go into our CVS and I see her with her little pills on her name badge. I love it. It makes me happy. These are called Happy Pills. Most of them are happy. He's not very happy, but everybody else is pretty much happy in there. So Happy Pills. And now like with these, again, you can't tell those are pills. So after you use these, if you've got some of these little guys left over, I think you can just stick them all kinds of other places as well too. They're just like little smileys. So restocking that. Another one we're restocking for Happy Healing, it's the Bits and Pieces. This Bits and Pieces pack was a really neat one. Look, there's little like prescription pads, little clip charts here. Look at the cute little wristlets, like whenever you're in the hospital, your little ID wristlets, little ID bands. So cute. So this is the Happy Healing Bits and Pieces. If you're loving the Happy Healing, you're like, ooh, I don't remember that one. It's a little bit over a year old, and we do have that line still in stock as well too. So we can either send you pictures of that, or you can check it out on our website. Just type in Happy Healing, or go to the Doodlebug, search by vendor. Then go to Doodlebug, and then underneath there is a whole Happy Healing. That'll bring up everything really easy. Doodle Pops, restocking the Where's My Phone. And we're also restocking the Red Barn. Got some Happy Pills leaving. You've got it. So Happy Pills for Irene, Happy Pills for Carrie, Bits and Pieces for Irene, and Happy Pills for Marilyn. Well, we are going to have to get in more Happy Pills and some more Bits and Pieces. You've got it, friends. Happy Healing Sprinkles times both. You've got it, Jen. I've got the one. I'm going to have to get the Happy Pills back in for you. Not a problem, though. I will just stick those in my next cart. So that is our little baby Doodlebug restock. And then, again, some of those great just... Let's have some crafty time this summer. This is our little pipe cleaner and pom-pom activity kit. So you've got pipe cleaners in here or chenille stems, because I don't think anybody knows even what a pipe is anymore. So they're not even, pipe cleaners anymore. I guess I'm dating myself, right? Because that's probably how we all started playing with them, because our grandpa smoked a pipe and we got into his things and we played with his stuff. So that's probably what made pipe cleaners so popular. We got pipe cleaners in here. There's pom-poms in here and little wiggle eyes in here as well. So definitely a fun little activity pack there. Then we're going to pop over to our next table. Got a little restock here for our Color Vibe in black. I always tell you guys, this is some of my favorite paper to use for backgrounds, because one side you've got this real subtle dot and the other side it's just nice and plain. But I like a little bit of print, a little bit of texture, so I really like Color Vibe for that reason. Creative Scrapbooker. So this is our quarterly magazine that we get in. They do spring, summer, fall, and winter. This is our summer edition. We had them in, but I didn't even get to show you guys because they didn't send me enough. They charged me for my order, but they didn't send. I actually upped my order this time. They did not send me enough, so I had to get more in. This is a great little publication, though. I love how they always give you, so the 3 different ways. There's great articles in here. In the back, there's a store directory. And yes, your favorite little Indiana store is in there too. So these are always fun. And again, ooh, look at that great tag page. Love that. And again, these come out just 4 times a year. Ooh, that's a great little folio there. Oh, and that used Bees and Butterflies. Bees and Butterflies is a fairly new line. We just got that in not too long ago. So Creative Scrapbookers, those are actually in. Irene, you've got it. Now, Irene, I feel like I sent you one already. So if you want another one, that is totally fine. I will send you another one, but I am pretty sure I sent you one in your last box, not the box that's on its way to you, but in your last box. And I know as crafters, sometimes we unpack, but we don't get to see what was actually in the box, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense. You guys totally know what I'm talking about. So just check that for me, my dear. I will definitely send you another one, but I think that we have those. Do you sell needles for stitching on layouts? You know, I do not, but maybe I need to do that because I have, that is a great idea. I have embroidery floss here that I carry, but I don't have any needles. That is a great idea. Again, because our Joann's is gone, I depended on Joann's to keep a lot of that stuff in. You know, sometimes I couldn't compete with them. They had way bigger store, and they didn't have anything like what I have, so we weren't competition there, but that's a great idea. I'm going to get some in. Kim wants a magazine, Robin wants a magazine, and Irene's checking. Perfect. Thank you, my friend. All right, going back into our album section, we've got photo flips in for simple stories. What these do is they have a little sticky strip on them. If you have not used these before, they are super fun. And they're fun on regular layouts as well, too. They designed them to use in mini books. And then you could just add these to the actual protector in your mini book to create a little flip. Okay. I use these though. Do I have one of my pages out? Nope. I had a page out the other day. We were moving some stuff around and I know I had one. I use these on my scrapbook layouts though. So if I've got a lot of pictures, I will actually like waterfall these like so on my page itself. It's got a little sticky strip there. And then I can slide my picture right in on these. We sell these in 3x4s, 4x4s, 4x6s, and they also have a variety pack that gets you a few of each of those. And if you love those and you like that idea, will there be an album kit for the Little Dreamers line? Not Little Dreamers, Sue, but we do have an album kit for celebrations. There won't be one. I did not do one, so let me back that up. Nikki Shear has one designed. I think the price point is around $100, and that is going to use the Little Dreamers line. I did not jump in on that mini book with Air, but I can give you the name of a store that did if you would like that, Sue. But I do have, or a fun flippy, look at me, squirrel. I'm like, oop, I'm reading and talking. But I do have a book for celebrations. Now, Sue, if you like Happy Dreamer, you or Little Dreamers, you could definitely swap some of the die cuts around. So that could be a possibility. If you like the idea of the little pockets, we also have them from 49 and Market. She also has 3x4s, 4x6s, but her assortment, you get some 5x7 in there as well. She also has 6x8, and this size here, 6x12, has been crazy popular for us as well. So we've got all kinds of neat little ways that you can flip. Yes, you can definitely make a fun little happy shaker card with these. Just make sure you seal it up. Okay, because there is a little crease in here. So even though this will seal down to your paper, you're still going to have an opening there. Okay, so this will still be open, so you can pull things out. So if you turn this into a shaker, which I think is actually a really cool idea, just run a little strip of washi across here to seal it up. How cute would that be though? So me, I'm more of a scrapbooker, more of a mini book maker. Your mini book, birthday layouts, you've got a picture in here, and put a little bit of confetti and glitter in there with the picture itself. How cute is that going to be? That would be awesome. We've got all kinds of great little shakers as well too. 6 sheets of that you can, Miss Linda, and I don't think your box has gone out yet. So yeah, I will get that pulled. I don't know if you paid your invoice yet or not. I can re-invoice you. So we can cancel that one and I can re-invoice you. Otherwise, we can send you a new invoice too. So we can do that. Or we can just start you a new bucket. I'd appreciate the name and place. Okay, you've got it. I will do that. I will ask some of my friends tonight who's got those, and I will get you some names. I will try to find one that's closer to you for shipping. All right, so we've got photo flips we just looked at. Also, Doodlebug Designs, little 6x8 protectors for their mini books. I do have an update. They're 8x8 protectors that some of you have been waiting eons for. Finally back in stock. So I placed another Doodlebug order today just to get those in. So if you are needing 8x8 protectors, they are on order. A2 card bases. These are 80-pound, already pre-cut, pre-scored. No, not yet. All right, don't pay your invoice yet then, Linda. Don't pay it. I will cancel it, re-ring everything, and I'll stick those on there. So just don't pay it yet, okay? I will cancel that link, no big deal. We've also got in a pack of A2 cards, 50 of them for $10. This one here is a smoking hot deal. So you get a 50 set, but it's cards and envelopes for $11. So I think that is a great deal there on those. So we've got those in all white. Okay. And the pound on those, does it say? It does not say on here. It just says premium heavyweight cards. Yeah, they're decent though. They're not 110 pound, I can tell you that. But they are a nice weight of cards, especially if you do, like a lot of cards that you send to nursing homes, things like that. And not that, you don't want to use good quality stuff, but you're sending out, 20, 30 a month. This is a nice little value bundle on that for sure. Then we also got in another card set. This has 40. So you've got 40 cards, 40 envelopes, and they are all fun, bright colors. So you've got, there's completely solid card fronts, and you can do your own thing with those. Those are $16.29 for that. And then this one here is called Everyday Solid. These are a little bit more of primaries. And you've also got 40 cards and envelopes, and they're also $16. You want one package of the white envelopes, please. You've got it, Miss Sharon. I'll do that for you. Heading to our ink section, I had somebody ask for Walnut Stain, one of the very first colors that ever came out in Distress. I believe was Walnut Stain. I probably, just lied about that because I know like Vintage Photo was one, Old Paper was one, but some of those, so his first colors, they were all shades of brown. That's all it was, just shades of brown. That's all we had with our Distress inks, because Tim was all about grunge and distressing the edges on things. And this one here is Walnut Stain. It's just a good brown color. And then we also have the re-inkers in for Walnut Stain too. Score tape, 1/4 inch score tape. That is back in stock in our stamp section. So you can always kind of tell where I'm at in the store when I'm restocking stuff. So obviously in the front of our store, if you haven't been in, you don't know, like it goes paints and then it goes into inks. And ink cleaner. So I was definitely in the ink section for this order and also in our stationery section for this order. It just cracks me up sometimes. You can tell how far I got reordering the store because those sections are going to look great, but that's all the order is. So we've got water-based stamp cleaner here. This is not, it's acid-free. This is real, everyone loves it because it's bubblegum scented. It's non-toxic. Like I said, it's a water-based. It's a Ranger one. So this is great for, it says dye or pigment water-based inks and sprays. You can do from stamps and hands. I honestly, I never spray it on my hands. I've never tried that. But cleans any dye or pigment water-based inks from stamps and hands quickly and easily. Fine mist and gentle non-toxic cleaner will not harm rubber or cushion mount. So again, I have not used it on my hands before. That I'm gonna have to try that now. Now I'm very intrigued. But it's a great little multi-purpose one. If you're going to use it with like your archival inks or your StazOn inks, this probably is not one that's going to make you happy. It is more for your water base, whereas your archival and StazOn, those are a little bit more heavy duty, and you do want to use like an archival ink cleaner on that, or even a StazOn ink cleaner for those. But this is a great one. You can spray it on your microfiber cloth, even clean things. It's not a harsh cleaner by any means. that in. Then we also got in some little tubes of paint here, Gnosh. I think that's how you say it. You know, I'm horrible with my phonics. No, there's no N in there, so I just put an N in there. Who yesterday was giving me my phonics the way I should actually say things, like Teton. You know, they were telling me I need to actually say that, and then that helps so much. Gosh, I don't know. Gosh, they are very cute. I'm horrible with the phonics. I really am. I just say things how I think they should be said. But anyway, we've got a great color selection here. With these, they're really good colors and they're very opaque. So that's what makes these a little bit different, is the fact that they're opaque. You can do wet on wet techniques. You can put them on just as the paint itself. So just a good little fun beginner set here on those. And then we also got in another one of our little electric, whatever, wax melters. So this is a plug-in little wax melter. It has the melter itself. It's got the little spoon in there too for you. That way you can melt your little beads. Let's see. Hello, was wondering if you received any of my requests. If so, are you waiting till the other stuff? Let me see what else you requested, Debbie. I know I've got a bucket. I was going through and checking totals today. I know you're at free shipping, and my mom is coming to ship stuff tomorrow. So I'm going to be clearing tabs and things like that tonight. So let me check and see what we're waiting for you, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Can you check and see if I got a walnut stain, please? If not, I'll take one in Arena Inker. You've got it. Kim, I haven't had walnut stain in a while, so you probably did not get one from me. So I will still check, but that will probably go in your bucket. All right, and next up, so my friend Stacy, I showed you guys some of her stuff the other day. So for those of you that have put your order in already, I have some fun stuff for you. So she did Gaush, G-A-U-S-H. Thank you. So these here have been resized to fit A2, like card bases, cards, whatever you, however you want to store your stuff. I know a lot of you like to take your cardstock and pre-cut it to A2 size, because that's what Gina K teaches a lot. That is what Jennifer McGuire teaches a lot. That helps them kind of have like a go-to pile all ready to go. Here we go. So she has got some of those printed for us and ready to go. So we've got some of our purple ones in stock for those of you that ordered purple. We have got light pink in stock. Now we've got two different shades of yellow. This one here I know is already spoken for, but we do have the lighter one. Stacy had two different colors of yellow and did not know which one the person would want, and she had more of this filament. And actually the person likes this color better, so that worked out perfectly for them. But again, this way you can store your A2. I have to do it upside down in my lap here. But this is how it's going to fit on your table. This is the lid part here. And then that way you've got this great opening so you can pull your papers out. If you want to store cards in here, you can. But that way it just makes it great and easy to flip through and see your card base colors. Now, she can also do little divider tabs in here as well, especially if you want to divide your colors, or like for your whites, if you want to divide, and label the different types of paper that you have in here for your whites. But our yellow ones, for those of you that requested yellow, I'll be getting these on your tabs tomorrow. We did have a little boo-boo on the purple one, so whenever we get some boo-boo ones, rather than her throwing them away, we're probably going to do like an oops or like a second chance, I don't know what I'm going to call it, little section on these, because otherwise she has to recycle and she's out all that filament. And how frustrating is that? The whole thing prints and you've got that one little oops spot. So of course we can cover that with some washi tape or a sticker, something like that. So we'll probably do a little oops section as well with some little damaged ones, and they will be at a discount. And then we've also got a pretty blue one. We've also got our glue gliders. All of those are ready to go. So I know a few of you asked for yellow. We've got yellow in. We've got pink. We've got teal, Miss Robin. We've got purple. We've got black. And somebody asked for a navy blue. So we've got that one in too. And then also our ATG holders are done as well. So fun, fun, fun. All right. Let's see here. And I think I got everybody then. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, so we're still working on putting away yesterday's live. Kenley is working on that right now. But just some good little restocks, some new stuff as well, especially with Doodlebug today. And then tomorrow, I know we've got an order up there. We've got an order up there that came in from Ecstasy Crafts, which is one of your guys' favorite ones. It's a little bitty box. Must have been some of my back orders that popped through the system. But that is our Canadian distributor. So I've got a little bitty Ecstasy Crafts box. And we have got restock on Paper Rose, which that's going to make a lot of you happy because that's going to fill your bucket. And then we can get your order sent out to you because we sold through a ton of that Paper Rose. So that just got here today. So we'll get that checked in as well tomorrow. And believe it or not, tomorrow is Friday, which, dang, where did this week go once again? So, whew. So until next time, friends, yeah, I'm making sure I got everything. I did. Happy Thursday to all of you. I am Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana. If you like some of the stuff that you saw and you're like, ooh, what else does that lady have? You can always shop us online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com. We ship free at $85. And then, just kind of watch your cart. If you're like at 80, and I think at $80, your shipping's going to be around $9. I like free shipping. Stick the extra $5, $6 in your cart and get free shipping. It always, gets me like, oh my gosh, someone will spend like $87. I'm like, oh, but that's the name of the game. I play that game too. So check us out, please. If you have not shopped us before, I think you'll find we've got a lot of good stuff. And then you can also find me here Tuesday through Friday, showing you all the fun new stuff that we've added to the store and also the website as well. I do try to go on around, around 4-ish. Irene, do you like this hot pink? I will tell you that Stacy told me that she is ordering in a kind of more, let me see, I've got her color chart here. And we are working on sending out a little pre-order email with some of this stuff as well too. She said that she's got, of course I can't get into my Ziploc. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera down. Maybe you can see. There is more of a magenta-y kind of one. So I think that's a hot pink that she is ordering in. She said this one here, it is a hot pink. It's got a little bit of a corally look to it, but I still consider it hot pink. But she said she's getting one that's a little bit more magenta. So if you like this color, or if you would like one a little more magenta, let me know, because we're going to print it for you anyway. So you pick the color that you want. So, and of course I know ATG. This is not the ATG, but this is the color that I've got. So, alrighty friends. Well, until next time, which will be tomorrow, you guys have an amazing crafty blessed evening, and I will see you then. Okay? Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.